We're back.
Come to lunch with us as we walk Cocoplum, the islands of Cocoplum and Cocoplum.
This is in Southern Gables on the ocean, for those of you who don't know.
So it's right next to Gables Estate, which is where Jeff Bezos just bought his parents 3 homes, and he owns a home and all of this. So it's a very high-end neighborhood.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know that. So there's a gate at the front, right?
24/7 security.
24/7 security, but people think you can't come in.
Right.
But you can. All you have to do is roll up in your car. You don't even have to say anything, and they'll open the gate
Just
for you.
smile and wave.
It's still public.
Correct. Except when you get to Tahiti Beach.
Tahiti is private.
Private. You cannot get over there. We tried.
Yes, we did try.
But that's closed off. You can't even walk it or anything. You can't even walk over there. You have to be a resident.
Correct.
But so this is where this is our end goal, right? Our end goal neighborhood.
I think so.
We think. It switches sometimes because we're in between. Do you want the land of Pinecrest, or do you want the water of Cocoplum? But we love this neighborhood.
Pinecrest is too far south for me.
Right. Yeah, that's true. It's kind of away from everything. Here, you're close. You're super close to Coconut Grove. You're close to South Miami, and a 10-minute drive from Miracle Mile.
Yep.
And then, of course, Brickell's not that far. And most importantly, you're close by to all the great schools.
Gulliver.
Like Gulliver,
Ransom.
St. Thomas. All those schools are in South Gable. So
The one thing that really gets me going, and a lot of people going, about living over here in Cocoplum is the water, right? You're directly next to the ocean. You have canals in and out of here. Some people have bridges, some people don't. So if you have a bridge, you can have a maximum of a 10-foot boat. If you have open ocean access, you can slide right through, like we just saw a 2-story boat over there, basically a yacht. So obviously with the water comes great things, but also bad things. And this area floods a lot if there's a tropical storm and or a hurricane. If there is a hurricane, one of my buddies lives over here, and he said the whole first floor of a house was ruined. Water damage, we had to do water mitigation, insurance claim, the whole shebang. When a hurricane comes, you know how many insurance claims there are? Thousands. So it's quite the process. Now, on top of their whole first floor being ruined and the insurance claim, they had to move out of that property and go live in a hotel for a year until the work was done, right? So a lot of people weigh the pros and cons of living next to the ocean, and it's like, okay, is that something you really want? Where are you at in life? What's your preference?
well, and then the flood insurance, of course, is going to be
Oh my God.
through the roof.
We got a quote for a house that we looked at over here. It was $65,000 a year.
Right.
No, total insurance, $65,000 a year.
Which is crazy.
Yeah. And as these homes keep rising in value, that's just going to keep going up and up and up. It is super beautiful, though. There's always people and kids, groups of kids. I'm not talking just 1, 2, 3 kids. There's a group of 10 kids rolling around here. This is where, if you live in here, this is all the kids come to your house. You know what I mean?
And you feel I feel as a parent, you feel comfortable with letting your kid wander around this area.
Absolutely.
Because there's good security and surveillance everywhere.
Even though there was somebody that just, there was some crime going on around here with a developer and his wife, and he tried to do some things to her. It was not good. You can look it up. Just Google Cocoplum developer Miami news, and you'll be able to find that. I don't want to talk about that negative stuff in this video because I don't want it to get flagged, but yeah, you can look that up.
But so right now we're walking in phase 2 of Cocoplum. It's the Cocoplum Islands, but there's also phase 1. So the difference being, technically, phase 1 is not allowed to use the amenities of phase 2. Amenities being there's a playground, there's a pool, basketball, volleyball, tennis court, that phase 2 pays for. So technically speaking, phase 1 isn't supposed to use it, but I don't think it's really monitored that
Yeah,
highly.
if you live in phase 1, you definitely know somebody in phase 2 that can get your kids or you into clubhouse. We're actually walking up on the clubhouse in like a minute or so here, so we'll give you a glance at that. It would be so fun to like grow up here and like roll around though, like as a kid.
Yeah.
Like, dude, living in Florida as a kid.
all these houses are just beautiful.
Oh, look at this house. It's amazing.
Everybody has a pool. And just like the landscaping of it all. Obviously we're in Coral Gables, so there's strict, guidelines to what, everything has to be like pristine, tip-top shape. So it's very beautiful.
Yeah. Yep. All right, so here's the clubhouse. We're rolling up on this here.
There's a clubhouse, and there's a playground over here and a basketball court.
Yeah.
And then the tennis court, the pool's right here too.
Yeah, so the pool is back here. That's the gate right there. Here's the sign. This is the clubhouse. Hello.
Hi.
How are you? Here's your playground. This is your playground. Let me go show you the pool over here. And then here's the pool. You have a lap. You can swim laps. Or there's an end that you don't have the laps in. So it's great. All the houses have their own pool too. Just because it's like, I don't know, a sign of wealth, a convenience thing. Something about a pool, like if you're not right next to the ocean, is calming. Like I know it's not the pool, like I know it's not the ocean, it's not the river, it's not a lake. But just having a pool, there's something very calming about it. Yes, it's a lot of maintenance. You have to hire a pool guy to come. You have to hire, Florida backyards are crazy maintenance. You got a pool, mosquitoes.
Mosquitoes are insane.
Then you have
Just
gardener.
The landscaping in general, because there's so much sun and there's tropical storms with all this water, all the plants grow crazy, right? Because of all the sun and water.
Yeah, and just the tropical nature of the plants, right? Like
True.
all this, to keep this so beautiful, oh my gosh. You got okay, so you got a pool guy, you got a mosquito guy, you got a lawn guy, you got a gardener, you got a sprinkler guy, you have a pest guy outside of the mosquitoes, which is like for roof rats and termites.
Roaches.
Roaches.
Which we know all too well.
Yeah, we have roaches at our house. Everybody has roaches, it's roaches. Roaches, roaches, roaches.
Oh, look at this mobile dog grooming.
Oh, mobile dog grooming everywhere. Right here.
I never really saw much of that in Chicago.
No. Dude, you can get your gas delivered mobily. I had my car washed in our driveway. I had my tires changed in my driveway. It just makes total sense. And when you have money like this, it's just, you just pay for everything to come to you. And honestly, businesses.
Groceries delivered.
You
could really never leave you.
It's cheaper for a business to come to your house than to own a brick and mortar anyways. Yeah,
right.
You can manage,
overhead.
like vehicles are something to manage, and yeah, it costs a lot of money. But vehicles are less expensive typically than a property to manage. Yet they charge more because it's more convenient for them to come to your house. So it's like, I'm waiting for the correction of like, okay, prices are gonna start coming down, deflation's gonna start happening because they're coming to you instead of like having to rent a, 5,000 square foot property, It's an interesting concept. All right, one thing about this area I dislike is I don't know if there's anywhere to land a helicopter. Y'all laugh, I'm dead serious. If you got this much money, you want to avoid traffic, and you have to fly, if you fly private, you're going to Opelika or you're going to Kendall, both of which are a good hour away.
And I guess from Miami airport's not that far.
Nobody flies private out of Miami.
No, I know, but I was just saying in general.
Or maybe some people do, but not as many as Opelika or Kendall, for example. But You need a spot for a helicopter to land. So I was watching a video, and Tom Brady literally flies into Opelika, takes a helicopter from Opelika to his house in, where's his house again?
Somewhere in
Indian
North-
Creek.
Oh yeah.
And then he's got a floating platform that a helicopter lands on in the middle of the ocean, which is perfect,
insane.
right? There's nothing around. And then he has somebody take a boat from his house to the helicopter. So he goes jet, helicopter, boat, house.
Through
The
modes
whole-
of transportation.
The whole thesis there is time is money, and traffic is money. Lost money. One of the biggest flexes in the world is not sitting in traffic. Listen, last video, if you watch it, we talk about living in Coral Gables 15 minutes from Brickell, 20 minutes from Brickell.
Right.
As minimal as that may seem to a lot of people, I understand how much time you really spend in the car.
But it's like 15 minutes without traffic. So with traffic, you're looking at like 25, 30 minutes. Then you have to get down there and you have to park your car, pay for your parking, whatever. And then you have to come back. So by that time, it's like an hour of, getting there, traveling,
Yeah.
parking the car, whatnot.
Yeah, so the big thing is just avoid traffic. It's a big flex. A lot of
But-
people love driving and wasting time in the car, not me.
Once you're here, like Cocoplum, I feel like a lot of people own golf carts,
Yes.
which, cruise around to your neighbor's house in a golf cart.
Yes, that's very fun. But that's different. That's like luxury. It's not like you're like
Yeah.
going to work or like spending an hour or whatever. Like that's like
Right.
fun. You're with friends
No, I
in a
know,
golf
I
cart.
know, I know.
But yeah, that's a good point. Everyone has golf carts.
We want a golf cart. We went shopping for golf carts
Yes, we did. I
and found one we like.
think there's one in
But-
our near future.
Yeah.
You have to get insurance on it, then you have to register it, make it street legal, all this nonsense, of course.
It's just crazy.
It's just wild.
But you see, since we're in Florida, obviously it's like nice year round. You see a lot of people taking their kids to school in a golf cart. Like they have car seats
Yes.
in these golf carts, which is so cool.
Well, y'all know like
love
lake
that.
life, for example. Like if you go to a lake, everybody's got golf carts, whatever. It's kind of like
Yeah,
that, but year
but-
round here.
Yeah, exactly. That's why we love Florida. So it's very quiet right now because I feel like a lot of people don't like the Miami weather in the summertime because it's a steady 90, between 90, 95, and humid. We don't really mind it, but a lot of people that live in like Cocoplum or whatnot have other houses elsewhere. And so, or they go travel Europe for the summer. So I feel like right now it's really quiet over here.
Yeah,
So everybody's out traveling.
so like your friends, for example, they have a house in Wyoming. So they go up to Wyoming all winter or all summer. Like in the mountains we're talking, like real nice.
It's beautiful.
So that's super cool.
That's the dream. Even though I don't mind this weather.
I love this weather. I'd
Yeah.
rather bake and roast, but
I do like
people say it's hot. Like, yeah, you get sweaty. Yeah, you might have to shower twice a day, but I would rather
Do
have
you
it
shower
that way than
twice a day, Alec?
Well, I do door hangers, so then I get sweaty, and then we're gonna make this video, so I get sweaty. So no, I haven't showered today.
Okay, so this is the starting point for Islands of Cocoplum. So this is the dividing point between phase 1 and phase 2. Phase 1 starts like east of Oak Cutler Road and then stops right here. So these are the people that have access to the amenities, and these people technically don't, but
Once you cross the bridge, right?
correct.
The bridge is the divider.
Yeah, the canal.
Right. Here we are in Coconut Grove, which is what, 7-minute drive from Cocoplum?
Yeah, but we walked here, right?
But no, so between Coral Gables and Coconut Grove, it's the two like very nice suburban downtown areas. Coconut Grove typically tends to be
I feel like a little bit younger.
a little bit younger.
And you get a lot of people that go to Miami come here to like go out. I feel like there's a little bit more of like a bar scene here
Yes,
than
definitely.
compared to Coral Gables.
But nothing compared to Brickell.
no like clubs or anything like that. Just
Yeah.
smaller
So
bars.
it's a very cute area. We're not going to go too much into the Coconut Grove. That's a separate
And-
video.
Yeah.
But what were you saying?
And I was just gonna say it's a lot more, what's the word? Lush with like greenery. Whereas like I feel like Coral Gables is more like palm trees. I don't know.
Okay, I think what she's trying to say is this is more overgrown,
Yeah.
and Coral Gables is more manicured.
Right. Thank you.
So that's the big thing. A lot of people say that Coconut Grove serves more towards like the artsy people, whereas like Coral Gables is more like the professional people. That's typically the shake.
Oh, this is a great burger place. Locale. There's a lot of cute shops here too.
Shops.
Clothing shops.
It's a little bit quieter right now because it's noon.
Yeah, I feel like it's not as crowded around lunchtime like Gables is.
Gables is where all the business families
Yeah.
work.
And businesswoman.
All right, popping into bar top.
We want a wall like this in our house.
Oh my. Absolutely.
So cool. Hi. How are you? Good, how are you? Yes. I love their hanging plants, all their plants. And they're real because there's sunlight from the roof. Skylight.
All right, so we tried to sit upstairs, but it's closed, and it's only open Fridays and Saturdays starting at noon. There's a private party coming in here that rented it out that's starting in a couple hours or something, so tried to sit upstairs on the balcony but couldn't. So here we are, still great.
It's feast. This is the best.
Elote?
So good. Good.